Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be exploring how to max out a level 6, difficulty level 6 run. That's the R8 tier. With the only 3 characters I now have R8 for this raid, the whole rest of my roster is below R8. And I just brought Jocasta and Kelleran back to R8 for this purpose. I already had Plo Koon at R8 because of Ahsoka, and why I wanted to make a video on this specific team is because a lot of people are in the same boat. Not everybody, endgame players mainly, will have Plo Koon Relic 8 already, so that means you only need to bring Jocasta and Kelleran back up to Relic 8, and a lot of people maybe already had him at 8 for the last raid. Now, I don't think it's possible to do a 3-man with the new Bad Batch, but I do think this is possible. I have done it, but I will warn you. When I say possible, that is the most generous term I can give to it. It is not super easy, not super likely. You'll probably be frustrated if you can pull it off. It might be very hard to get to the right modding, and eventually you and I probably as well will get tired and just relegate someone else like Shakti. But what's important is really shoving as much protection as you can on Kelleran Beck to increase the number of Padawan lessons available. So with 142,000, I'm able to get 28 stacks of those, and that is extra, whatever it is, wherever I can see it, it's extra armor penetration and offense or something. Where is that? Padawan lessons. 20%, 20 defense penetration, 5% offense. So as much of that as you can. Good speed on him. Although I did slow him down in order to get more protection because he already has extra speed granted from the raid. Now, Jocasta, I needed to increase her damage more prior to what I had her modded at. So I did have a protection cross, which I switched to offense with a lot of flat offense too, because I need her to do a lot of damage right away early on. So that is a bit of a trade-off. And I do have her, she's decently fast, 286. She doesn't need to be as fast as Plo does because she is getting some extra turn meter speed somewhere that I'm actually not entirely familiar with. And we're going to need her to go before Apo goes. Before Fox and Apo. I have not been able to get Plo to take a turn before Fox, but I have tried. This is the speed I have on him. You don't need this, but you need to at least get him faster than Fox, which I think you need around 300 speed for. This is a crazy amount of extra speed to put on Plo Koon, and it is hardly possible for most people. 26 speed, 26, 26, 28, 26. It is, like I said, it's possible. It's not advisable or super easy, but it is possible. So what we're getting at this difficulty level is Jocasta do, whenever she's using a special, all Jedi Vanguard allies get crit immunity for 2 turns instead. So not crit avoidance, crit immunity. So that's helpful, but we still are liable to die from a lot of dark side clone troopers hitting us with massive damage. So the goal is, so her overall hero bonus and Kelleran Beck. Kelleran Beck is easy when he has full health plus 25% speed. So at the beginning he's very fast. Jocasta, whenever she attacks out of turn, when a Jedi Vanguard ally attacks out of turn, her cooldowns are reduced by 1. So it is better to have more characters, but we're trying to be efficient here and skimpy. And whenever she uses a special, this is what changes to crit immunity instead of crit avoidance. And we are going to be going for Fox first, so we can do Dire Fortitude, or as I like to call it, Capture the Flag, to get these extra buffs, 35% crit chance, defense and offense, and then stacking crit damage when they gain a buff, and adding 10 stacks of Jedi Vanguard, or of Execute to Lord Vader, because we're all Jedi Vanguard, that is helpful. And then we kill Apo to get Subdued or Helmet, which is minus 35% crit avoidance, defense, and tenacity, and then whenever they're debuffed, they take damage equal to some of their max health. For this run, I'm going to say you need all 5 Zetas that are available, all of Jocasta's, all of Kelleran Beck's, for extra damage, for the Savior mechanic on Kelleran Beck, stacking protection, and Plo is nice to us because he doesn't have a Zeta for us to even give. So let's jump into it. I might fail a couple times. I'll show at least a few fails if I do have them. Eventually, I'll stop showing the fails and get just do a successful run. So here we go. This is attempt number 1. And what we're going to be doing, we need to help this poor Jedi. We're going to open with this mass swarm, which is going to give offense up. See, Jocasta is already close to going. She is faster than Fox. And Plo Koon is faster than Apo, but not Fox. So the goal here, if we can, is to kill Apo between Keller and Beckstern and Jocasta's. If we don't, it's not necessarily the end of the line, but it's not a great start. So great, fantastic. I got the kill with just the 2. That's why you want more damage on Jocasta. I put an offense triangle on her as opposed to crit damage because she's not really critting too much. Now at this stage with Plo Koon going, since I have captured the flag, I'm going to use it. If I don't, I want to use turn meter up. If Fox was going to be able to go, he would have ability blocked somebody and we wouldn't have been in good of a position. But right now we're starting out good and gotta hope some people survive. Plo Koon, if someone's gonna die, I'm glad it's him. Jocasta still hanging in there. I don't want to hit Apo now because he has retribution. So I'm going to start with this special on Disguised Clone Trooper. And there we got a kill, so that's helpful. But we lost Jocasta. So that is a loss condition. We need both of them to stay alive. So, like I said, this is going to be possible. It's not going to be easy or fun. But I just want to show what can and cannot be done. So there. Yeah, didn't get the kill there. And I'm going to pull turn meter first. He's dead. And very bad start. Let's do one more. And if it fails, I'm just going to keep going until I get a successful run, and then I will show you. Get it. Nope. Got the counter. That's fantastic. So now we get to capture the flag. By Plo. At least they didn't kill Jocasta. It is also somewhat acceptable for Keller and Beck to go down because he has his revive, and he did. I'm not trying to target someone with retribution. And there we got our gun. So this is a huge requirement to get anywhere. I'm gonna take out Apo. Now we can just start frying fools. Alright, let's pull Subdued ASAP. We are looking healthy-ish. I want to kill the Disguised Clone Troopers as fast as possible because they're bigger damage threats. Take them out, and then we'll start saving our cooldowns for the next runs. At this point, I think I'm good. I think usually I'm going to do fine. So use your basics there. Is it going to hit multiple times? Do the handshake as being called. And we've saved our good specials. So take you out. And cleanse off. Gun him down. That's massive damage. That's what scares me. That's what's the threat even now. Yes, okay, but we're doing great on the execute. When we kill someone, it goes up. And now we save them. We want to kill all the clone troopers every round before we save the Jedi to get max score. And they are hiding. That is cowardly. Let's take you out, Nightfall Trooper. They're stunning us. That's no fun. That is a threat to our success. Still got 15 stacks, though. I think a basic will be enough. I'm gonna cleanse her. The second special. Take out Disguised Clone Trooper number 1 and number 2. And that is a wrap. So I did not have to do any off-camera tries for that. That was the 4th try. It did work. You need Plo faster. That Fox, I don't know the exact cutoff. I think it's somewhere over 300. It's very difficult. And I'm going to take it to the bank because I'm tired of going through this raid a million times for videos and not posting. So there, I posted my first 2.7 million. I don't know how long I'll have the patience to try this, but thankfully this raid is quick. You know you failed after a short amount of time. You can restart, get back to it, and that part is fantastic. And it's a relatively straightforward approach to it. So yeah, let me know what you think. Again, it would be easier with a different third other than Plo Koon. Shock T would be great. Any number of Jedi Vanguard. Barris would be very helpful for healing. Ayla has some damage, but that's what I have, and that's what a lot of people have because they got GL Ahsoka. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy to hear your thoughts. See ya.